What's up, cool kids? FD White, welcome back to the channel. So happy October. We had a very good 1st of October, or Uptober, and I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. We are approaching a resistance level for Bitcoin, so we're going to look at that. And also we may have a little bit of drawdown or liquidity sitting below us that I want to look at that we may go grab in the immediate short term, but I'm not worried. I like what I see in the overall crypto market, and hopefully we can continue. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Like I said, I go by FD White. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot, helps me out a lot, especially going into the tail end of the year. We want to get this information. We want to get the message out. We want to get my take on the market out to as many people as we possibly can, because I think I can do a good service and I think I can help. So like I said, let's jump into it right now. This is what we talked about yesterday. We talked about this over on a video. We said, is the top end? History basically says it's not. And we've just been looking at these same patterns that have been playing out all cycle, these bull flags, these bull pivots, these consolidation patterns after big moves. And then we just consolidate again. So we had it here. We consolidated, boom, consolidated, boom. Now it looks like we're consolidating, and we just got that breakout today, like I said, for Bitcoin. So let's go over to the chart for Bitcoin. Let's actually start with this chart here. What I'm looking at for Bitcoin is we got back into a range that we've been talking about getting back into for quite some time. We said we needed to get back into this range here. This 116.3 K range going up to about 120,000. So we did touch almost the top. So look, we got rejected right at the top, coming in at about 119, we'll say 119 and a half to 20K. It looks like we're forming some sort of a topping tail, and this is on the daily. So we have a long time. The daily just started, so we'll see if we can break out above here, hold a couple dailies above here, ultimately hold a weekly above that $120,000 level. Sky is the limit. Sky's the limit. Bears will have to definitely go back and run into hiding. But before we get very excited, we do have some liquidation. Not some, we actually have a whole lot of liquidations, a lot of liquidity below us, you know, sitting at levels starting around 116 and a half, going all the way down to about 108,000, 108,000 for Bitcoin. So this is like billions of dollars worth of liquidations below us. So if Bitcoin starts to retrace, if Bitcoin starts to take out some of these, this is a lot of money left on the table for these exchanges. This is a lot of liquidity left on the table for this is Binance. So I usually use Binance. This is like the biggest exchange. So it's a lot of liquidity sitting below here for the market makers to be incentivized to come and grab. So we got to continue to watch that, even though we're pumping, even though, you know, the market likes to play games. The market likes to play with your emotions, likes to take you down. Everybody thinks it's over, likes to take you up. Everybody thinks there's no stopping it. We're going straight to 1 million. But here over at the Cool Kids Alpha Club, this is why this is why you need to subscribe over here. We don't play with your emotions. We try to be cool, calm, and collected. That's why we're the cool kids. We try to stay rational in these irrational markets. And speaking of irrational, this is a reason why the markets started to rally, or rally hard today for crypto. Just the overall, you know, the overall market started to rally. We did have these ADP non-farm employment change. 52,000 jobs were supposed to be created. We had negative 32,000 jobs. So this is bad. This is bad. This is getting bad. This is what I talked about over on the channel. Probably I say 2 weeks ago, when we talked about good news is bad news is good news. But once this bad news becomes bad news, that's when it's going to be a problem. So I think that's going to be going towards the tail end of the year, going towards the beginning of 2026. But right now, we're going to enjoy these gains, and we're going to enjoy the market going up. So like I said, right now the overall crypto market is looking green. Back to Bitcoin though, this is what we want to focus on right now. Bitcoin did get rejected at this close to $120,000 mark. So we'll continue to watch Bitcoin to see if we just range here. We'll range here. If we start to lose that, then we'll have the top side of this of our bull planet, or bull flag, our falling wedge. We'll call it a falling wedge, coming in at about 113,500, which is also coming in confluence with this horizontal here, this yellow dotted line here. And then we'll have a little bit more coming in for Bitcoin. We do have this upper slope trend line where we have one touch here, and then if we come down, we'll have come down to about 109.5 to 110,000, which came in confluence with a lot of liquidity on the liquidation heat map, and also we have to be watching out for our CME gap that we did not close coming in. Well, it's coming in at about, we'll say about 110, because the CME is a little bit, it's not as, it's probably off about $1,000. So this one's coming in at about 109,000. Let's see where so we closed about 110,000 on the CME last Friday. So it's coming in probably about 110.8 to 111,000 dollars for Bitcoin spot, if you're looking at the CME gap. So we'll be watching that for Bitcoin, but for the most part, I like what I'm seeing, and hopefully we're going to continue to ride this wave and continue up for Bitcoin. Nothing else too much to look for or look at when it comes to Bitcoin. We just want, like I said, we want to get back above this $120,000 level, hold it for a few days, hold a weekly, and then we can, continue to blast off, just like we talked about, what happened in the past with our, let's go to the weekly and you can see what happened in the past with our flags, with our falling wedges. And these have played out. These cycles. Everybody says dead, it's dead, it's dead. Cycle over, boom. It's dead, it's dead, it's dead. Cycle over, boom. Cycle over, boom. Cycle over. Now we got another breakout. And let's see how high we can go for Bitcoin this time. So like I said, this is FD White. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you tune in, lock in. We do have a free Telegram. Make sure you come over there to the free Telegram. The Cool Kids Alpha Club. We put real-time thoughts, news, charts, analysis on a daily basis. And we also have a trading bonus. If you sign up with my link to TooBit, you get an automatic $50 USDT futures trade. So you automatically get $50 in USDT to use for a futures trade just for signing up. So there's no strings attached when it comes to that. So use that. Link will be down in the description. And other than that, yeah, I think that would be it. That'll wrap it up for this video. I appreciate everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.